To tell a story is to share a piece of your soul. Ardain Isma, a critically acclaimed writer, has dedicated his life to crafting narratives that transcend borders, touching the deepest of human emotions. His latest release, the second edition of Midnight at Noon, aims to bring this powerful, pertinent story to an even wider audience. But behind the writer is a man whose journey has shaped his passion for storytelling. Ardain's journey to become a writer began in Miami, where he arrived as a teenager, carrying dreams and determination. The city, vibrant with cultural diversity yet full of challenges, became the backdrop of his formative years.
You know, I love to read. I always read multiple books at one time. You know, it depends on the mood I am. I can pick this book and pick another one. And I always have one on my bedtime table. You know, it will be the last thing that I would, but usually it's my favorite one because this is the one that's going to put me to sleep, you know, if my wife does wake me up.
This passion for resilience and justice finds its most powerful expression in Midnight at Noon, a novel set against the backdrop of dictatorship-era Haiti. The story follows Odion, a young peasant who refuses to submit to oppression. His journey mirrors the courage of many who stand against tyranny, fighting for dignity and freedom. At its core, Midnight at Noon is about resistance. It's about the human spirit refusing to be broken. These are the stories that matter because they remind us that justice is never given freely, it must be fought for.
So Ardain, I read your book in 3 days. I couldn't put it down. It was so exciting and so emotional. I couldn't wait to read the next chapter. So now you first published the earlier part of this book in 2015. Why? What made you want to write?
To do a second one, a second edition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not the first one to ask this question, and everywhere I go, because back in 2015, there were a lot of readers also started reading it. But also over the years, I realized that if I were to produce a second edition with some additional materials, and it would be more available to a wider audience. Now that my readership is growing, and those people who didn't get a chance to read the first one, I think now it's the best opportunity for them to read this one. And there was another element added to it. I've been doing a lot of research in the northwest section of Haiti to produce a non-fiction book. And that non-fiction book, I just want to pay tribute to many revolutionaries during the War of Independence of Haiti. From that part of Haiti, who participated, you know, heavily in the war, but somehow they look like forgotten heroes. And I've just made a commitment. And you see in this book, I have an author's note where I also mention some of the names, a kind of a small tribute to them too, in order to tease people and let them know what's coming. And this is the first time I'm going to publish a non-fiction book, and I'm excited about it. And Midnight plays a very important role on keep me going in the research and everything.
I can see it was definitely a creation of love.
Yes, it's love, but also more resilience and determination to fight tyranny. Because this happened during the turmoils of Haiti. Shortly before the Duvalier family fled the country back in 1986, and after, you know, all the turbulences, that, you know, the troubles, political instability that, you know, continue to plague the Haitian society. So, you know, this book sheds a light into what it would take to bring Haiti from, what I always say, from misery to poverty with dignity.
Before I read this book, I had in my mind my vision of Haiti and what Haiti went through. But after finishing this book, even though, of course, there's an element of nonfiction in there, I was astounded at the intricacies that you were able to bring out, and it really helped me understand the struggles of the Haitian people. And I feel it's a very powerful message because in many countries, it's the same message. It's the same story that has played out. So it's a very powerful worldwide message.
Thank you so much. And because Haiti's struggle is not an isolated one. It's just like you said, it's a struggle everyday people around the world face. Maybe Haiti could be unique in a sense because of its historical role it played in fighting slavery, but it was back in 200 years ago. But I go, like I always say, I travel to many countries. I visited a lot of places. And I always speak to ordinary people. I can see it's the same struggle. People, going about their daily lives, and try to live in dignity while, fighting or struggling on behalf of social justice.
So this book was just published last week and made available. Many congratulations. And will there be any book signings scheduled?
In fact, there has already been one. Last week in Fernandina Beach, near Georgia, the beautiful enchanted town in Nassau County. It was a wonderful event. I was in a panel with two other authors. And then what was so striking is the fact that even before even started, there were readers who already read the book because they pre-ordered it. And they read it and they brought it to me so I could sign copies for them. I never knew if I was, people all, in Fernandina were reading me. So it was a great positive encouragement for me. So also, which created a very cordial atmosphere as we were talking, people were asking questions. And it's interesting. It was a very nice event, and I signed additional copies after the event was over. And of course, I plan on taking the book on the road, as I always do after each new release. It's going to be like a mini book tour, within the Northeast Florida area. And it's going to be this spring and of course early summer when my wife and I will be traveling to DC area, and we also plan on having some book presentations there too. So while the promotion is an ongoing event, but these are the specific ones that we've scheduled, and wish me luck that it's going to be
good luck. That's
successful.
Exciting. Very exciting.
When Ardain isn't writing, he indulges in another very special passion, gardening. Come and tour his garden, where Ardain will show you his roses, hibiscus flowers, and impatiens, along with some pretty incredible citrus trees. Let's take a look.
You see this one here? People don't realize that. They think it's just a traditional citrus, like grapefruit tree. This is a pomelo. We purchased that years ago. We didn't know how to put it on the ground because of we came from South Florida. We were not too familiar with the weather. But when the winter came, it killed it. And then it regrew. Now it gave us two types of citrus fruits. One which is quite big, that looked the traditional pomelo, and then another one which is a normal size of grapefruit tree. Grapefruit. But you could see here, this year I think we're in for a wonderful harvest because they're blooming all over. You could see those little blooms right here, and if the wind, doesn't come and doesn't kill them, then I'm going to have a lot of pomelo where you can come on and enjoy yourself, And this one here is the special type of Hawaiian kind of lemon. It has a beautiful fragrance on it. Once you smell it, it's so, it gives you what you get a feeling of joie de vivre, Good. Interesting. You can see this one has a lot of buds on it, and so that means I'm in for a lot more bloom, you know. And this is a kind of pinkish yellow one. That's my favorite. You can see it's reflected also on the other one back there too. And also on the same thing on my hibiscus back there too, the pinkish yellow one. So I really love, since I was a kid, I've always been in love with flowers, and especially the roses. And of course, the impatiens that I don't have here, but I have it in the vase back there. So, you know, and that's my passion. And all my allowance money has been used on buying flowers, you know. So that's what my mom taught me. She always had them back in Haiti. So that's why I always have a special fond for flowers. You know, Anna, literature is a force that unites us. And Midnight at Noon inspires, educates, and ignites the courage to stand for what is right. And it's my hope, at least this is my hope. Midnight at Noon also is part of a journey in the struggle for social justice. So I want all my readers, I want readers who may have never read me before, now are discovering me, to be part of this wonderful journey. To do that, get a copy of Midnight.